What up? What up? Prince Sports here. Um, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. You know, but I want to get into LeBron James. As I said before, he always speaks out on topics like social injustice or just injustice. Period. And the latest thing he said was, "Do you understand now, or is it still blurred to you?" Okay. Um, he's speaking on the George Floyd situation. All right. This is what I like about LeBron James. Even though I don't consider him the GOAT or nothing like that on the court, but outside of basketball, I think he's one of the most stand-up dudes in sports because he always speaks on issues about the community and about the people. I mean, he gives back to his community. He has a school and everything. I always like what LeBron James did and stood for. So this shows you right there. He always talks on these subjects. He's always been a stand-up dude when it comes to social issues, and just police brutality and things like that. Now, I often talk about sports because sports is a way to connect all of us together. Rather we agree or disagree on things, we're competitors. We like talking about sports. It's just a sport, man. But sometimes you have to, you know, take a little time out and talk about the stuff that not only affects sports, but just around the world too. We're all human, so when a guy like this passes away for apparently no reason. I mean, you already had the guy on the ground, and the guy is telling you to the police officer, "I can't breathe," but you still have your neck on. You still have your knee on his neck for over 7 minutes. That's nuts. You could have easily just moved out the way and just held a different part of his body. Why are you putting all your pressure on his neck for? That's completely, idiotic, And then you get all these people come out the woodwork and sit there and say, "Oh, it's wrong. It's just, Black lives do matter, blah, blah." Okay, but you're saying all this stuff when it's too late, you know? Anybody could say stuff like that. And I always tell you, people like to sit there and say, here's what a lot of people that's non-black would like to tell you things. They would like to tell you stuff like, well, this is not just a black and white thing. This is a world issue. This is a human issue. Okay, if this is a human issue, why aren't you being more involved in? Why aren't you speaking up more? Why is it that minorities got to always come out and speak up for minorities? Does that make any sense to you? If this is all a human thing, you should be feeling upset about it regardless of a guy's skin color. So you alone are making a case for us to be separated, and you pitting us in separate categories, to a point where George Floyd could have been me. George Floyd could have been any other black guy walking outside for no apparent reason, or just get racially profiled or anything, for no reason and get killed. This happens way too often to people that just happen to have the same skin color as me, which is kind of sad and kind of stupid. LeBron James spoke out on it. Steph Curry spoke out on it. I don't know if you guys know, but I didn't see Michael Jordan speak out on this at all. And I think Michael Jordan chose to stay away from these type of issues. But he should speak on something like this. If he was able to get behind Republicans, which was questionable in the first place, if he's able to do that, why can't you get behind situations like this? There's nothing wrong if somebody's doing something wrong. There's nothing wrong trying to arrest somebody if they're doing something wrong. You got to do what you got to do, But you don't have to use unnecessary aggressive behavior or actions on somebody if it's not needed. I'm from the block. I'm from the trenches. I got it on my hat. I rep it all the time. So this is why I have I call out on situations like this, um, because it does seem like, in the words of LeBron James, it do seem like you feel like a target sometimes. You can't even walk down the block without people looking at you in fear. I mean, I've been in situations where I walk down certain neighborhoods, certain blocks. Some people will walk across the street, away from me. Don't even know me from a hole in the wall, but people seem to be afraid of me without even getting to know me, which is completely stupid. I think if you're not a person like me or come from the type of neighborhoods that I come from, it's going to be hard for you to understand racial profiling, discrimination, things of that nature. So your world tends to be a little blurred. Then you got guys like Michael Jordan is one. Jason Whitlock, he's on another whole level of coolness and just, thinking like an idiot. These guys seem to don't realize that you're still black. You know what I mean? Regardless of what you say or what you do, you're still black at the end of the day. So that could be you. That could have been you on any situation on any given day. And these guys just seem to not get that. They seem to sit there and say, "Oh, there is no racism, there is no discrimination," when there clearly is. You have places in China, that refuse to serve black people. During the coronavirus pandemic, because it was started out from that country. This was like 4 months, a couple months after it really started to take off. That alone is racist. You shouldn't be serving nobody if it's a pandemic, but they don't seem to get that. So shout out to LeBron James for keeping it real and bringing stuff like this out to the forefront. Yes, there's talking about it is a way. It's a step. There's more that needs to be done. For this type of police brutality to stop. And it's not just on black people, by the way. I see police brutality on, Latinos. Here in Los Angeles, I see it for no reason. Guys bullying, harassing people for no reason. So it's not just, a black thing, but at the same time, black people seem to always be the number one target for police brutality. And that state of mind and that attitude has to change. So Steph Curry, Colin Kaepernick, this guy lost his job for standing up for what he believed in. That you have to respect, And then you got nut jobs, all these guys in the media saying, he should abide to the rules of this and that. I mean, he don't have to abide to no rules of some rich white guys. He's his own man, and he could do whatever he feel like doing. And he has the freedom to voice his opinion and say what he feel. Just like we come on YouTube, we voice our opinion and we state how we feel. We have a true right to do that, Whether you agree or disagree on it, We have that free right, And I notice even on things like YouTube, they're trying to censor people, Some people's comments get automatically deleted for no reason. Sometimes it could even be a nice comment, but if you say the word, you could say the word clown in your comment, or you could say, call somebody something, and going on YouTube guidelines, they put your message in spam, and you have to approve it. The person that you comment on, they have to approve that message. And sometimes YouTube sends it to reviews and they wipe it out completely. I had plenty of people tell me, come at me and ask me, "Hey, did you delete my message?" I didn't delete your message. YouTube send it to spam sometimes, or sometimes it just gets deleted for some weird reason. They even try to censor that. We should be able to speak and say whatever the hell we want. We're just talking sports. We're not talking about nothing, towards anybody. I mean, if it's something disrespectful, and some people just need to get that spoke if they disrespect you, and They say something disrespectful, you say something disrespectful back, you know? We don't back down from no spoke. So, shout out to LeBron James for keeping it real again on a situation like that. And RIP to George Floyd, you know, and RIP to King Shooter from Queensbridge.